Hello guys, and welcome to my 2024 Ramadan prep vlog. I just cannot believe that it's already Ramadan again. I feel like every year Ramadan comes around at the perfect time when we all need that spiritual refresh. I'm going to be taking you through how I plan to make the most out of my Ramadan, how I'm going to prep for Ramadan. And before you say anything, yes, I am wearing this Vela Paisley print again. I freaking love it, and I will be wearing it all spring. Today is Sunday, so I actually did quite a bit of cleaning before now, which I will, insert all that footage later. I have to go get some groceries and, obviously, like, it's not Ramadan just yet, but I'm still going to get things for Ramadan. I will show you guys what I would typically get to prepare for suhoor, iftar. Let's go ahead and get ready to head out to the grocery store. Excuse the noise. I have the washing and dryer machine going right now. Today, actually, I just came back early this morning. We just came back from visiting Salah's family in Dayton. So we had an early morning. I did a lot of cleaning, and it is almost 1 p.m. right now. So to avoid my midday crash, I'm gonna take one of my Magic Mind productivity wellness shots to keep me going throughout the day. I have a discount code with Magic Mind. If anyone is interested in trying these, I will have all the information linked down below. But let's also drink some water. Vlogging on my phone, but it is so nice out. Spring is finally making its way around. Even though Ohio, we've had like a few random batches of snow, but it only lasts like a day or two. So it's all good. So before I go to the grocery store, I'm actually going to run into Joann's to see if I can find some cute decorations for Ramadan. I thought there was a Hobby Lobby here, but I guess they closed that because I heard Hobby Lobby has a lot of good stuff for a good price. So I'll just run into Joann's and see what I find. Why was that the longest line of my life in Joann's? But we're done. Now it's time to go to the grocery store. I'm home now, and let's do a quick grocery haul. I really just laid out the produce on the counter because I got a lot more stuff, but I feel like fruit is one of the most important things for Ramadan prep. So got lots of berries because they have tons of antioxidants and fiber. It's just like good to keep y'all regulated. Oranges, these Cara ones have been really good, and dates, of course. Usually we will get our dates from Costco or Sam's Club because they're really good there, but I didn't have the card with me, and I honestly just didn't feel like going today. Well, obviously we have to have a watermelon. I know it's probably not even watermelon season, but I might wait a week or so to open this to let it fully get ripe, but I'm just hoping that it'll still be good. And just like some vegetables for salad. Other than that, I just got some like pantry stuff, like some of our protein bars, cereal, milk, eggs. I just feel like during Ramadan, you are not in the mood to go out and get groceries. I feel like one of the issues we always run into is that we never like have chicken on hand, and we go to like one of the halal stores to get it, and it's always so inconvenient to have to go to two stores, a normal grocery store and the halal store. So I just got it in bulk, and we can freeze it. Bit later. I kind of wanted to talk with you guys about my Ramadan 2024 goals. I just feel like with everything in life, you really have to set out your intentions and have kind of a game plan if you want to follow through with those intentions. My whole thing with Ramadan is that you don't want to complicate it so much. Islam is a very simple and easy religion to follow, and it was made to be like that so that anyone can achieve it. It's all about your intentions. So I just wanted to, like, rather than have a bunch of goals in mind that are kind of unattainable or not really realistic for my level, is I want to write down a few that I know I can do and that I could put quality energy into. First one is to read the English version of the Quran in order to really understand the meaning of it. Growing up, there's a lot of emphasis on how to read in Arabic and how to read the Quran, which is obviously really beneficial because there's so much blessing in just reciting the Quran. But I will be the first to admit that I don't know the full meaning of the Quran. I want to have an understanding for myself. Another goal is to pray Tarawih a few times a week. I feel like for me it's really hard to go every day, and although I would love to push myself, and I will, I know that I can at least do a few times a week. The benefit of praying Tarawih, which for anyone who doesn't know, it's the night prayer during Ramadan where you pray in congregation, usually at the masjid. It's the community aspect and standing in congregation and praying with everyone. That is like one of the feelings that really makes it feel like it's Ramadan. With my dua, my prayers that I make after, the 5 daily prayers and just throughout the day, I want to be even more intentional with those than I already am. I feel like if I am very intentional about it, then I will think about whatever those goals or wishes of mine are throughout the day, and like me and my own human self, I can work hard to like reach those goals, of course, along with the help of God. Not listening to music. This one, like, I don't care for music as much as I'm aging. I really only listen to it when I work out or if I'm driving and I'm bored. But in place of music, like when I'm driving, I would rather listen to an Islamic podcast. One of my favorites is Yaqeen Institute, Omar Suleiman. I've talked about him last year. I just feel like he breaks things down in a really comprehensive way. If anyone has any podcast recommendations, please let me know. I would just like to have more of that in my little Rolodex of Islamic podcasts to listen to. Another one that I think would be really beneficial is to donate every day. Obviously, you have to do what you're able to, but I think it's the idea of you're doing that good deed every day. And that was something I learned last year, was that instead of choosing to donate whatever lump sum you have set aside on a specific night, whether it's the 27th night of Ramadan, it's better to divide that by 10 and just donate that every day so that you are giving yourself more of a probability of reaping the benefits of whichever night is Laylatul Qadr. And I just think that if I could even do that throughout the whole month, like, why not? Another thing I wrote down is patience. I could always work on my patience. I get frustrated really easily sometimes, especially when I'm stressed out. Fasting is not easy by any means, so if I can, be more mindful about patience and take hard situations as tests from God, I think that'll really help me mentally. Those are just some that I wrote down for now. A book I wanted to mention that I ordered last year, actually, is this one by Omar Suleiman called Angels in Your Presence, and it's all about angels in Islam. And he also did a podcast on this a few Ramadans ago, maybe during 2020. They had a book version of this, and I just really loved the podcast, so I thought it'd be nice to have this. I like to read Islamic books like this alongside the Quran because these are obviously a little more like short and more digestible. Please guys, if you have any recommendations for some great Ramadan Islam related things to do, books to read, just leave them in the comments so that we can all, benefit and learn from each other. Next, want to show you guys how I cleaned up around my house. I kind of took it as like a spring cleaning too, because Ramadan is literally the start of spring, which is actually a really beautiful and exciting thing. Go clean your house. Guys, it is 7 p.m. It's time to do some meal prep. And again, obviously Ramadan is not starting just yet, but this is a recipe I could see myself making. It's something that I crave quite often. I will not claim it's the healthiest. I'm making butter chicken. I'm just gonna go ahead and season it up. I already cut the chicken into little cubes. I'm using chicken breast, but you can use chicken thighs if you want. We're just gonna go in with a good amount of garam masala. Next is Kashmiri red chili powder, and going in with some paprika, of course salt, yogurt to tenderize the chicken, ginger garlic paste, which I prepared ahead of time. Good mix. So I'm not going to make all of this chicken for this week. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to freeze some up. I've seen a few, food bloggers do this where they marinate the chicken and put it in a Ziploc bag and just put it in the freezer so that on days where they're super busy or not motivated to cook but still want a home cooked meal, all you have to do is take it out of the freezer, let it thaw, and cook it up. I can totally see Salah and I getting really busy during Ramadan or not having the energy or motivation to cook a full meal. So I thought, why not? We do not own those big gallon-sized Ziploc bags, so we're gonna use one of the like carry-out Tupperwares. We have like a million of these. Make sure it's airtight. Oh my god, this exposure is crazy. So sorry, guys. When I cook with chicken, I literally wash my hands a million times. Also, guys, yesterday I was using an apple cutter for the first time in a while, and I was like pressing the apple through from the bottom to like push it out, and I pressed too hard and my thumb freaking slid into it. And I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but it hurts. That's why we've got a Band-Aid, and I'm just hoping it heals because this is not fun. Yum. Now, I've been following a recipe for years for butter chicken, but like I've kind of just made my own twists and version to it, so I don't follow it exactly. I will link it though. First, just going to melt some butter and toast that with our whole spices. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm kind of done because I thought I was doing the sauce right now, but I actually need to do the actual chicken. So I just tried to take as much butter out because I usually don't use butter for this step, but I'll add a little bit of like oil too. And then we want to brown the chicken. Into crushed cardamom pods and a cinnamon stick. Let this like toast to release its aromatics. I'm also gonna add some more of the ginger garlic. Oh my god, taste. I always use the Hunt's tomato sauce because that's what my mom always used growing up. So basically we're just gonna let all of these ingredients kind of marry together for like maybe 10 minutes or so. Bring it up to a little simmer. And you're definitely gonna have to add a little bit more water to this. Also gonna add basically the same seasonings as before. Chili powder, paprika, a bit of the garam masala, some salt. But the tomato sauce already has salt, so like, just be careful. Now it's time to add the cream. Gorgeous, stellar. Going to let this also kind of mix and simmer together. Then we'll add the chicken back in and it'll be ready. So Salah makes really good Middle Eastern type salads. We've been enjoying this one with just like chopped cucumber, tomato, onion, radish, and he is making the lemon olive oil dressing. But I got these parathas from the store, and I thought these were like the healthier thin roti types. So we're gonna have a pretty heavy dinner, which I wasn't planning, but I mean, it'll taste really good. But here's what my plate looks like. I'm gonna add the salad right here. The salad will balance everything out. Oh, and we have dal pop. We're still going strong. I tried a few other flavors because we got the variety pack from Costco, and that came with the root beer and the grape flavor. And the root beer tasted really weird. I mean, it tasted like root beer, but it was more like cream soda, which I'm not really a fan of. And I did not try the grape. But yep, we're just gonna enjoy our dinner and probably watch a show. I watched Jane the Virgin in high school, and I got Salah to start watching it with me. I think he likes it. He won't admit it, but he likes all the shows that I watch, including Dance Moms. Absolutely. It's the next day, and I wanted to share a suhoor recipe. And this is something that I did use last year quite a few times. Planning to post a few more on my TikTok. I wanted to show you a chia seed pudding recipe. I'm sure like a lot of you have seen or heard of this type of recipe. You just need 3 main things. I'm gonna add a few more, and you can really customize this to whatever you want. My goal with suhoor is to have something that is easy, that I do not have to think about. And I like that you could prepare this the night before. You could prepare it in batches. I also want something that is easy on the stomach because I am not really hungry during 4 or 5 a.m. whenever Fajr is. This I find is not too heavy, yet it is really like nutritious with protein and fiber. This is something you also have to let sit out for a while because the chia seeds need to absorb the milk in order to become that pudding-like texture. Greek yogurt to add some extra protein, like half a cup of some oat milk. I like to use just some pitted whole dates. I'm gonna chop that up. And lastly, just top it off with some honey. Mine is a little bit crystallized, but it's all good. I'm gonna give that a very good mix, and the key is to mix it really, really well so that the chia seeds don't sink to the bottom and it just becomes that very consistent pudding-like texture. She's mixed up now, made a little bit of a mess. These are like overnight chia seed pudding, but I think it'll just need like 2 or 3 hours in the fridge for the chia seeds to absorb all the milk. So I will report back in a few hours. Now time for the fun part, which is decorating. Just to be completely honest, I don't have a ton of cute decorations just because I didn't think they would come in time for this video. And I do have some stuff from like last year that I just wanted to reuse. The first ones, of course, we gotta have some fairy lights. These have like little masjids, mosques on them. I got these olive branch bush things. I know this isn't necessarily Ramadan related, but it's Palestine related, and I just felt like it'll look really nice. Also got 2 of these candlestick things. This is from last year. I did this, but I have one of these like chalkboard things. In fact, you can kind of see the residue from last year. It said Ramadan Mubarak, but I might try to find a more cute design. And I have like the little chalkboard markers that I will use to do that. Let's put these up around the house. Also, I forgot to mention, these are also from last year. I have these little lantern things, which I got from Target. I put them out last year specifically for Ramadan, and I just never put them away because they looked really nice, but we're gonna act like those also count as Ramadan decor. Barely even see this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't love how these lights turned out. But you know, I don't really know where else to put them, so for now we are leaving them here. Hi guys, I don't know why the lighting is making me look so washed out, but I just wanted to close out today's video. I hope you enjoyed prepping with me for Ramadan. Definitely going to be vlogging throughout this Ramadan. I also just wanted to remind everyone to please keep making dua for Palestine, for Sudan, for the Congo, for Afghanistan, for all of our Muslim brothers and sisters who are suffering throughout the world. Not everyone has the privilege to decorate their house with beautiful decorations or enjoy delicious meals. I hope you guys again enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye.